What's up, faithful? We are finally back. It's been a long time since I've been on YouTube. There were some issues, but hey, we got it resolved, and we're finally back after a big time dub. Are you unbelievable? Are you? Can you believe it? Oh my God, man, I can't believe it. We're finally back. The 49ers got a dub, and I feel absolutely amazing. I lost my voice, whatever's left of it. I'm gonna use it for you guys tonight because we're back on YouTube. Oh my God, we gotta play it. Let me see if the intro still exists. I don't even know. It's been a couple weeks since we've been back. Let's drop the intro. Oh man, I missed that intro. I missed you guys. I missed the YouTube. I'm glad I finally got it back. They sent me an email earlier this week that they made a mistake when I appealed. It took them like 3 weeks. I don't know what happened, but hey, they made a mistake. They lived up to it, and now we're back on YouTube. I was gonna stream earlier this week, but I've been so busy. I've been in Vegas, and today the 49ers played the Raiders in Vegas in Allegiant Stadium, and it was an absolute thriller of a game. Hey, we got free football, 37-34 overtime win. Oh my God, man. We got a free, extra quarter of football, and it was crazy, man. What a game. It was an ugly win, but it was a win. And shout out to the Raiders. They gave us a fight, man. We thought it was going to be an easy dub. Everybody all week was thinking it's going to be a blowout, but respect to the Raiders. They fought. They put in Jared Stidham, who had nothing to lose, everything to gain. He went out there fighting for a starter spot for next year, and he proved himself. He came out there. He was mobile. The 49ers don't do great against a mobile quarterback. Picked us apart. The defense, they got eaten alive at times. Devontae Adams had a hell of a game, but they stayed tough. They stayed resilient. Big pick by Deshaun Gibson to seal it. Robbie Gould, what a crazy miss at the end of regulation. But I mean, whatever happened. They won it. Brock Purdy was down, and he was able to rally them back, bring them back. Christian McCaffrey, I can't talk about this guy enough. 193 total yards from scrimmage. Holy moly. And I finally sat down. How the hell is everybody? Whew. Oh my God. We needed a game like this, though, because we need an adversity type game. This is how the playoffs are going to be. If the Niners are down, if they're getting beat up, they proved that they could come back. They proved that they could come back from a big deficit, down in the fourth quarter. It just shows their resiliency, man. And I know the Niners defense didn't play great, but they played good when it mattered most. They got some goal line stands. Like, it wasn't the prettiest game for the defense. They let up a lot of yards. I don't know the exact amount. I think it was about 500 yards, and they're the number one defense. But they made the big plays when they needed to, and that's why they're the top defense. Two goal line stands. The interception by Tashawn Gibson, I know it gave a lot of people flashbacks, right? The wide open interception from Jaquiski Tart in the NFC Championship game, but Gibson holds on to it. God, what a game. And Christian McCaffrey is him. F them draft picks. The guy is worth every penny, man. Every draft pick they gave up for him, the guy was crazy. He had like 72 yards receiving, 121 yards rushing, touchdown. He was killing them, buttery smooth running like he always does. Oh, I gotta catch my breath. I wore the 23. I wore the CMC jersey because it's New Year's 2023. Happy New Year's, everybody. By the way, Happy New Year. We wore the 23. We wore the CMC jersey. Underneath, we wore the CMC shirt. We was full blooded with CMC. I don't mean to flash y'all. I hope they don't ban me for that. We was fully repping CMC. I was getting trolled by Raiders fans all day. Oh, CMC sucked. Every time I made a big play, stood up on my seat, and I was like, how about that? How about them apples? CMC took over this game. You want to talk about someone that took over this game? Brandon Ayuk. Brandon Ayuk, man. 100-yard receiving, 101 yards receiving. The guy in that last drive where 49ers scored that touchdown, Jordan Mason, we'll talk about that. He put the team on his back. I mean, catch after catch after catch. Brandon Ayuk really stepped up, and he had that dog in him. Shout out to Brandon Ayuk, man. Him and Devontae Adams gave us a show. It's cool that they jersey swapped afterwards. because those two guys were phenomenal today. Again, Devontae had a hell of a game. Tip of the cap to him, but Brandon Ayuk stepped up, man, and he made clutch catch after clutch catch after clutch catch. Hey, yo, BA really stepped up, and I mean, I was like, wow. He's like, I think he's got like 44 yards left to go next week to get 1,000 yards receiving. If he gets 44 yards, he'll get 1,000 yards receiving. Shout out to Brock Purdy. A lot of pressure on his shoulders. He came back resilient. He fought off a pick. You're right. He throws the mistake, and everybody's like, "Oh, Purdy, he's terrible." But he fought. He came back. He made some mistakes early. That play was a little underthrown to Kittle, and I mean they set that play up beautifully. I thought Kittle was going to get a big time wide open pass, but again, it kind of went under a little underthrown pass. But he came back from that mistake. They were under duress, and you can see Purdy really stepped up. And I got to give this kid a lot of credit. And the crazy part of Purdy, he started 4 games, right? He came into Miami game, didn't start that game, but he won. He's 4-0 as a starter, and he has tied the 49ers rookie record of touchdown passes. If he gets one more, if Brock Purdy gets one more touchdown next week, which he's going to do it, he's going to set the 49ers rookie franchise record for touchdowns. And he's going to have started 5 games next week. That's crazy. Brock Purdy, man. I love Brock Purdy. I love Brock Purdy. Oh my God. Yeah, my voice is absolutely gone. Whatever I have left, I'm giving it to you guys. I love you so much. Holy God, man. What a game. Brock Purdy, Ryan, I'm going to get to some of these questions, man. It was a phenomenal day. A win's a win, says Debbie. It's ugly, but a win, 100%. Bill's character, this type of game, Bill's character. Ryan says, you think we're getting the number 1 seed? It's very possible the 49ers are the number 2 seed. The number 2 seed? Are you kidding me? The number 2 seed, man. That's crazy. Vikings lost today. If the 49ers win next week and the Giants pull the upset off on the Eagles, which is very possible, the 49ers are going to have the number 1 seed in the NFL. Oh, my God, dude. And we get a bye week. Debo and Elijah Mitchell can rest up. Crazy. Daco says, Gold scared the crap out of me. Dude, I was shook when he kicked that. I was like, oh God, oh God, oh God. I can't believe he missed it. We were all like, it was insane. Because me and my boy Moose, we were just trolling the fans all day. We were going crazy. Every time it was a 49er first down, we were like, and that's a 49er first down. Oh, we were doing the chant. We had the crowd going defense. We had the crowd shouting Brock Purdy. Like most of the chants you heard, we started them. We were going crazy. So then when Robbie Gold missed it, the whole section of Raider fans looked at us and they were like, oh, and I was like, oh, bro, they was trolling us. So we were like, they got to win this game because they were talking right back at us. We were giving it to them. Shout out to the Raider fans. They were respectful. I mean, we were all talking trash, but at the end of the game, one of the Raiders fans was like, yo, man, respect to you guys. And I said, yo, respect to you. And they said, all we want you to do, because you ended our playoffs hopes, they said, take the Cowboys out. If you guys play them in the NFC playoffs, they said, we want you to take out the Cowboys. So I said, yo, 100%, I hope we could do that for you. So shook hands with the Raiders, and we called it a game, man. It was a excuse my language. It was a crazy game. Fun time, great vibes, overtime, a thriller, and then the after party was insane. I met my boy Pilo, a lot of people. It was crazy. Ayuk was crazy. Gibson, oh, man. Shout out to Jordan Mason, scored his first touchdown of his NFL career. Undrafted, scored his first touchdown. Gotta love it, man. Oh, man. Yeah, April B says, Bosa saved us. He forced that bad throw. Bosa made that big play, and it forced the bad throw. Yeah, 100%. Bosa didn't have a sack, but he had some big-time moments in that game. I hope he can get 2 sacks next week to tie Alden, but or to pass Alden. But at the end of the day, records don't matter if we're getting the dubs, man. And Bosa did make a big play to alter the pass. But yo, shout out to Stidham, man. He played his ass off again. He really did. Whew. Nia Perez says, I wanted to cry for Mason. I was just like so happy for him. So happy for him, man. Ryan McDonald says Bosa will be a top 10 defensive player ever. He might be, man. He's best in the league this year. He's so good. Danny Gray had a good run. Yeah, he showed his speed. Yo, shout out to Drake Jackson. Big play by Drake Jackson with the inner. I need some water. Kerry Hyder, big play. Got the hands up, and it led to Drake Jackson interception. That was a huge play. 49ers defense, although they let up a lot of points, they had some big critical plays, and the Drake Jackson play was massive. The 2 goal line stops were huge, man. Let's talk about Arik Armstead. He was causing a lot of problems in that middle, and I've been telling you guys, I can't wait for Arik to come back. He came back, and he was a phenomenal beast, man. Arik Armstead made a big play after big play. He really was doing the dirty work in there, and that's a guy that he doesn't get a lot of love, but Arik Armstead is a big game changer. Like, he does the small stuff that people don't realize. You look at the box score, he's not going to fill it up, but he makes big impact plays. And yeah, Drake Jackson, definitely his turnover led to that was a big time momentum shifter. That really helped turn the tide of the game for the Niners. Oh man. Yeah, Arik Armstead was a disruptor. I agree. Talanoa has to get better. He couldn't cover me. Niner guy for life. Oh man, yeah, 100%. I agree. Talanoa, he's had some struggles with coverage, but he makes big plays. He's kind of boom or bust. So I'm gonna pause this real quick. I'm gonna go get some water. I'll be back. I'm gonna put a little. I'm gonna take a 30-minute break. All right, we're back. We got the water. I needed some water. Oh, man. All the same. 30 minutes, 30 seconds. I don't know what happened. I'm exhausted today. 30 seconds. You know what I meant. I'm exhausted. That was a crazy game. Unbelievably crazy game. Nia says Bosa admitted that they underestimated Stidham. You could tell. I think the Niners did definitely underestimate their opponent tonight. I don't think it was due to lack of preparation, but I mean, I don't think anybody really thought that the Raiders were going to come out and play like this. But yeah, they played the game of their season. Backs against the wall, nothing to lose. It's a rivalry game too. I think people need to realize the Raiders were playing for pride. It was a pride game. Like even though they pretty much weren't going to make playoffs or whatever, they were playing for pride. Those fans were prideful, and they brought everything they had, man. And the Niners, they fought. And again, gritty win, builds character. And the fact we got the dub, 9th game, at 9 wins in a row is a lot. 9 wins in a row is a lot. That's hard to do. We had no tape on Stidham. Yeah, that you could probably say that too. There's no tape on him, no NFL tape on him. So it's like, when you get a new quarterback, sometimes they'll come in and do their thing. So Raj Shanga says, "What's up? Crazy game. Brock showed that the moment is not too big for him." Yeah, we talked about that. He's got poise, man. This kid is it. He is it. It's crazy. He's the last pick in the draft. He's 4-0 as a starter. Oh man. Beast Mode says, "Will Banks be able to play in the playoffs?" We'll know more tomorrow. There's going to be an MRI. If we get the bye, he might be able to. But an MCL sprain could be a couple weeks. Elijah Mitchell missed 8 weeks both times. Debo, he's built different. He's only missed, a couple weeks. So it really depends on how bad the MCL sprain is. It kind of sucks because Aaron Banks has been phenomenal. Dan Brunskill is going to get to play left guarded. And the good thing is we have pretty good depth, man. That's it. That's the biggest news is the Niners just have to keep marching on and use the depth, man, that we have. So hopefully Brunskill's able to hold it down at left guard. He did a good job tonight. I hope Aaron Banks is able to play. We need him. He's been so good this season. So Greenlaw, I'm not sure. Same thing. It's a back injury. They're going to get MRIs tomorrow, MRI results. I hope Greenlaw is okay because back injuries can be tough. I really am praying for Greenlaw and Banks. We need Greenlaw. But if he's not able to play, Azeez Al-Shaair, man, next man up. That's what this team's all about. They have great players. God, man, they have good depth. And the next guy up's almost as good as the other guy. So, even if they can't play, we got that dog mentality, and these guys are tough, man. it's a tough league. I hope they can be okay, but we'll know more tomorrow with Greenland Bank. So rest Greenlaw to the playoffs. I mean, they only got one game until the playoffs, so it really depends on what seed we get. It all there's so much to consider. Like if the 49ers are going to get the number 1 seed, 2 seed, 3 seed, which we right now are the 2 seed. If we get the 1 seed, we get a bye. Um, we'll see, man. What day do we play next week? Honestly, I don't know. I just got home and haven't checked any of that stuff yet. Niners have solved their injury issues with depth, John says. 100%. We got depth, and that is the key. You know, if we get hurt, you get good players to step right in, man. So what's up, 49er Jeff, baby? What's good? Let's effing go, he says. Ruben says, hopefully we get that 1st seed. I hope we do, man. We need that. That rest would be important. Number 2 seed, we may play Green Bay, and they're hot, man. Could you imagine playing Green Bay? Whew. Playoffs are gonna be wild, man. It's gonna be fucking insane. It's gonna be so crazy. What a day, man. I just want to say it's been amazing. It's an amazing time to be a Niner fan right now. Whew. Now everyone's gonna doubt us the way we like it. I love being doubted too, 100%. Schedule doesn't come out tomorrow, says Joshua. Okay, appreciate you. What up, my man? Great win. It was a phenomenal win. I'm still trying to get off the high. I mean, we were crazy. It was crazy at the game. Field passes. Met so many great people. Met the players before the game. Bro, we was talking to like Mo Hurst, Robbie Gold, Mike McGlinchey, all them boys. You could tell they're ready. They're hungry. This team is hungry, man. And they just met a team that really wanted to come out and get a dub, man, and prove themselves and fight. And there was no give up on the Raiders. So again, respect to the Raiders. They fought, man. They weren't going to go down without a fight. And you got to respect them for that. But man, the Niners, man, again, they needed a game like this. They needed a game where they could come out and it wasn't pretty. It wasn't like they were going to dominate. It wasn't like, oh, okay, we're just going to go out there and kick their butts because we're a better team on paper and everything. They needed a game like this, humbled them a little bit. You know, it shows them they can't overlook anybody. And the playoffs are coming, and the playoffs are going to be tough. They're going to be absolute dogfights, and this game's going to prepare them for the playoffs. I think Brock Purdy's going to learn a lot from this because he was, had to come from behind, man, and he made the pick, and there was a lot of adversity. So definitely a game where I think the Niners can learn from. So definitely a tough game, but you like to win games like these. You hate to lose them, and winning, you escape, and you get on the plane, and you feel good about it, and then you rest up and heal and live to see another week. And again, 9 games in a row. That's not easy. Eventually, it starts to take a toll. You get a little tired. Holiday weekend followed from last week was another holiday weekend. The weeks get tough, man. And then you're on the road a lot. You're away from your family, so it's tough for these guys. And props to the squad, man, that they're holding it together. 9 wins in a row. If they win next week, that's 10 wins in a row. And if they want to win a Super Bowl, they have to finish the season on a 14-game win streak. That's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure. So 1 week at a time, man. And those things start getting into your head mentally. Like, I'm sure the players were like thinking today, like, God, dude, if we win this game, that's 9 games in a row. It gets you mentally, man. It's tough. So it's not going to be easy the rest of the way. So what's up, Flood? Happy New Year, my man. What's good? Oh, man, what a game. What a game, dude. What a phenomenal game. Christian McCaffrey, Jordan Mason, Brandon Ayuk. There's a lot of players just stepping up every week. It's amazing to see. Brock Purdy, man, his story is it's crazy. Crazy to me, man. His story is just crazy to me. I love the guy. He's taking the world by storm. And imagine if he wins a Super Bowl, man. That's just the craziest story of all time. They're going to write a movie about this. Oh, we'll see, man. Oh, God. Let's take a look at some more of these questions here. Again, I haven't been on YouTube in a minute. They took my page away, but we back. They gave it back this week and finally back with you guys. So Elijah says Brandon Ayuk is amazing. He really is. He's clutch, man. Imagine beating the Seahawks 3 times this season. Can you imagine? Woo! Terrence says it was a nail biter. He was pulling his dreads out, bro. My blood pressure was through the roof. I was stressing. I was pacing in my seat, man. It was crazy. Oh, man. Who do I want to face? Lions, Packers, or Seahawks? Honestly, it doesn't matter to me. I just want them to win. I don't care who they have to beat. I want a championship. I don't care who they play. I really don't. I don't. But if I had to choose one, man, it'd be fun to play the Seahawks and beat them 3 times in a row. I think that'd be fun, but it's dangerous. It's tough to beat a team three times in a row. Oscar says when they missed that first field goal, oh God, that was rough, man. American underdog to the Brock Purdy story, 100%. 49ers offense, Arch Juan says 49ers offense is averaging 30 plus points since Purdy. That's crazy to me. That's crazy. You could tell this offense is just clicking because he's not afraid to throw the ball deep. He takes risks. They set up to play action. Kittle, they're using him a lot more. Brandon Ayuk, Purdy spreads the ball around so efficiently, and then the run game is just cooking because they have the threat of the pass. So people play the pass, and then boom, CMC all over the place, and then CMC could run the ball, catch the ball. It's crazy. It's crazy. Unbelievable, man. What a way to ring in the new year, says Ronnie. 100%. Happy New Year. S. Flood wants to know how the stadium was. I'm not going to lie to you. That stadium was absolutely phenomenal. I loved it. I love the stadium. The food was good. I mean, just because it was the Raiders, you can't sit there and say, oh, they suck. That stadium was nice. Very well done. Dome stadium, which is great because Vegas is usually hot and it's usually cold, one or the other, because it's a desert. So stadium was beautiful, man. Great seats, good view. Everything was accessible. It was a modern stadium. You can tell it was just they put in a lot of work on that stadium, and it was nice, man. I did the stadium tour the other day. Stadium tour was super cool. But yeah, for that stadium, definitely worth price of admission. I mean, I know those tickets were expensive, but they delivered a hell of a game. When is Debo coming back? He came back to practice this week. Probably don't need him back against Arizona this week, so you can rest him another week, maybe in the playoffs, first week of the playoffs. So we'll see. We'll see if they want to play Debo. You might be smart and rest him. I think that might be the way to go. Was this stadium better than SoFi? Cam says, I think so. I hate SoFi. I had a headache when I went to SoFi. Maybe because the time I went to SoFi, we lost, and it was a bummer game, and I was just pissed. Maybe the vibe was different, but the vibe now is great because we won. So maybe I'm a little biased, but honestly, no. SoFi just looks cheap. There's like blue lights everywhere. There's a fake artificial set. I just didn't like the vibe of Levi's. Like it's a pretty stadium. I'll give them that, but I'll take Allegiant Stadium, the Vegas, any day over Levi's, or not Levi's, the SoFi. Yeah, the Raider Stadium's way better than SoFi, in my opinion. The Raider Stadium's pretty good, but that's it. That's all the credit I'm going to give the Raiders. No more. SoFi says S Flood says SoFi is super overrated, 100%. Elijah says I hope the Giants beat the Eagles. I hope so too. Cam says I like SoFi, but the Raiders one does look it's pretty stadium, man. That Raiders stadium's nice. I'm not gonna lie to you. Jordan says without CMC, I don't see us that dominant. I don't either. CMC's been the difference maker. He really has changed this offense because he's such a good running back. And it's crazy to me. And after today, I still, if the fact that he didn't make a Pro Bowl, the fact that CMC didn't make Pro Bowl is wilder to me after today. Obviously, Pro Bowls don't matter, and we're probably going to hopefully make it to the Super Bowl. But the fact that CMC doesn't make Super Bowl or the Pro Bowl is still wild to me. It's still wild to me. I can't believe it, guys. I can't believe it. How would I rank Levi Stadium? You guys are going to kill me. I don't really like Levi's. It's like a pretty stadium. I know it was built, over about a decade ago now, and it's a little dated. But the problem with Levi's is they should have made it a dome stadium. They should have made it with a roof or something, because it gets hot, man. And you get dehydrated in that stadium. If you sit where the sunny side is, you get cooked up, man. I don't know. I'm not the biggest Levi's guy. I love Candlestick. I wish they never got rid of it. I get it. I know why. I get all that. Levi's is okay, man. But there's so many nice new stadiums that you're just like, oh my God, stadium's better. But it is what it is. Levi's is fun. It's got a good vibe now. People love going there. They sell out. And that's all that matters. The fans come and they support the team, and it's a hell of a vibe. So parking's crazy too. So, oh man, what a game, what a day, what a night. I love you. I'm going to hop off for a little bit. Those are my initial impressions. I'm exhausted. I need to get a little rest, but we'll be live again. You know how we do, but it's good to be back on YouTube. I wanted to come on here. It's been a while since I've been on here. I got to change a few things, but don't forget, don't think I forgot. I did have my account kind of banned for a little bit, but again, I appealed, and we're back. We're good. We're back. Nobody has to worry about anything. They gave my account back. They made a mistake, and everything's good. So I appreciate you guys. Hell of a game, and we'll talk about more stuff later. I need to take a little rest, man. I gotta rest my voice. I don't have much left, and I love you guys. You guys have a good night. Go Niners! Big dub. The Niners still run the Bay. I'm so glad I'm back. I love you guys. Have a good night.